There's something quietly profound about tennis, something that players feel long before they understand it. You step on a court, play a few points, and suddenly pieces of yourself begin to surface. Parts you didn't expect, parts you didn't choose, parts you didn't even know were there. Tennis doesn't just test your skills. It exposes your patterns, your temperament, your insecurities, your strength, your fears, your emotional defaults, your identity. Tennis is one of the rare sports where you cannot hide behind a team, a strategy you didn't choose, a formation you didn't design, or a system bigger than you. In tennis, everything happens under a spotlight. Your reactions, your thoughts, your body language, your emotions, your energy. And when the ball comes at you, there's no time to pretend. You respond exactly as you are. Today, we're exploring why tennis reveals your personality more than any other sport. Why some players collapse under pressure while others come alive. Why some fight endlessly while others surrender quickly. Why some stay calm while others erupt. Why some attack naturally while others retreat. In tennis, your habits don't hide. They show, and they show clearly. Let's begin with the most defining truth of tennis. You are alone. There is no teammate to shift blame to, no captain to give direction, no bench to hide behind, no substitution to rescue you. In tennis, solitude accelerates self-awareness. The moment something goes wrong, you face the purest version of yourself, not the version you present to the world, the version that emerges under stress. And this version is often the most honest part of you. That is the first reason tennis exposes personality. Isolation forces truth. The second reason is the constant decision-making. In every rally, you choose. Attack or defend. Cross court or down the line. Play it safe or take a risk. Push or strike. Wait or accelerate. These micro-decisions reflect your personality patterns. If you are cautious in life, you will be cautious on court. If you avoid discomfort, you will avoid risk. If you are impulsive, your game becomes chaotic. If you are patient, it shows. If you are confident, it shows. If you are insecure, it shows faster. The court becomes a mirror, but not the kind that reflects your face. It reflects your patterns, your approach to pressure, your emotional wiring, your relationship with uncertainty. The third reason tennis reveals personality is emotional exposure. In almost every sport, emotion is diluted across teammates, crowds, pacing, or action happening too fast for emotional processing. Tennis is different. The emotional temperature rises slowly, point by point, which means your reactions simmer before they explode. You have time to think, time to worry, time to overthink, time to panic, time to judge yourself. Those emotional habits appear because the sport gives them space. Tennis magnifies your inner narrative. If you speak harshly to yourself in life, you will do it louder on a tennis court. If you struggle with perfectionism, tennis will amplify it. If you fear failure, tennis will confront you with it every few seconds. If you thrive under pressure, tennis will show that too. This is why the sport feels so personal. Because it is personal. The fourth reason tennis exposes personality is the direct feedback loop. Every point feels like a test. Every mistake feels like a confession. Every winner feels like redemption. Tennis ties your identity to your performance so tightly that losing a point feels like losing a part of yourself. And gaining a point feels like gaining validation. That emotional roller coaster reveals how much you rely on external outcomes to feel worthy. Some players chase validation. Some players fear rejection. Some players need control. Some players need approval. Some players hide behind anger. Some players hide behind silence. Some players hide behind humor. Some players hide behind perfection. Tennis makes the hiding places disappear. The fifth reason tennis exposes personality is that you must generate your own momentum. There is no coach shouting plays, no crowd telling you what to do, no timeout to reset your emotions. Everything comes from within. Your discipline, your aggression, your restraint, your courage, your composure. Players who rely on external motivation struggle in tennis. Players who are internally driven thrive. This creates one of the clearest personality reflections: how much power you believe you have over yourself. If you think you're powerless, your tennis will look powerless. If you believe you can shift momentum, you often will. If you don't trust yourself, the game becomes an emotional maze. If you do trust yourself, the court becomes a blank canvas. And this brings us to the sixth reason tennis exposes personality. Tennis is a battle with yourself disguised as a battle with someone else. Your opponent is not the enemy. Your fear is. Your ego is. Your impatience is. Your frustration is. The opponent simply activates the parts of you that remain hidden in everyday life. Their presence awakens your identity. Their pressure awakens your emotional patterns. Some people hate this confrontation. Some people love it. Some people fear it. Some people grow from it. But everyone feels it. The seventh reason tennis reveals personality is momentum psychology. In no other sport does momentum shift so violently, so quickly, and so personally. You can lead 5-1 and collapse. You can trail 1-5 and rise. How you respond to momentum shows how you respond to life. Do you panic? Do you tighten up? Do you fight? Do you hope someone saves you? Do you save yourself? Tennis places your emotional resilience under a microscope. The eighth reason is your relationship with mistakes. Tennis is a sport of errors, not perfection. The player who manages mistakes better wins. And how you manage mistakes on court mirrors how you manage mistakes in life. Do you spiral? Do you obsess? Do you shake it off? Do you self-attack? Do you blame? Do you detach? Tennis reveals your coping mechanisms. And finally, tennis reveals personality because it strips away everything you pretend to be. You can pretend to be confident at work. You can pretend to be calm in conversations. You can pretend to be composed on the outside. But when you are alone on a court, sweating, doubting, breathing heavily, facing pressure that feels both external and internal, your true emotional identity rises to the surface. Tennis becomes an X-ray of your psychology. It shows the part of you that fights, the part of you that fears, the part of you that stays, the part of you that runs, the part of you that grows, and the part of you that wants to be better. Now here is your CTA, strong, clean, emotionally aligned without cliches. If this episode helped you understand why tennis feels so deeply personal, stay with this channel for more psychological insights that make your inner game clearer, calmer, and more honest. Share this with someone who takes tennis losses too personally. They'll finally see why the sport feels so emotionally heavy. And go to the comments and tell me, what part of your personality appears most clearly on the court? Your patience, your anger, your insecurity, or your resilience? Your answer might help another player understand their own patterns more deeply. And here is your closing message. Tennis doesn't change who you are. It reveals who you already are. It invites you to meet parts of yourself you've ignored, avoided, suppressed, or underestimated. And once you understand what the sport is showing you, not just about your game, but about your inner world, you stop fighting the truth and start working with it. Tennis becomes more than a sport. It becomes a map of your personality. And learning to navigate that map might be the most transformative part of your journey.